Welcome back, guys. This is Gaming with Alston, and today we are on episode 6 of the Pyramid series. What I'm gonna do of the Pyramid City. What we're gonna do this episode is we're gonna go towards building the ground floor. Building the ground floor. Some people believe slavery is good. Slavery is really cruel. Capitalism creates neglect. And capitalism creates a neglectful environment in our society. We need a society in which both the workers and the consumers benefit. Both. The problem with trying to intervene in some cases of obesity is that they can't. Some of the overweight people cannot help it. Some of them cannot help it, no matter how hard they try. Even with gastric bypass surgery. Even if the food gets locked up. Because it's not just about how much they're eating, what they're eating, or how much they exercise. There are other factors too. Yes, even factors that are present before you're born. Even the factors that were... Even the prenatal factors are something you'd have to deal with. The truth in diabetes, it's not always preventable. It's not always preventable. Regardless of, even type 2 diabetes is kind of unavoidable. diabetes is somewhat preventable. But as you get older, it gets harder and harder to prevent. As your body starts to shut down as a result of the aging process. Metabolic wastes that are produced as a result of resting metabolism is usually carbon dioxide and water. Sometimes ammonia is involved in the mix. Some people who lose weight end up having no choice but to gain it back if they start developing osteoporosis whilst maintaining weight loss. Because one of the potential complications of weight loss can include osteoporosis as a result of vitamin malabsorption. There are two types of body fat: essential body fat and stored body fat. Essential body fat is the amount of body fat that is required for survival. There is stored body fat. Essential body fat is usually about 2 to 5%. My problem for me at 150 pounds is that my body fat percentage is pretty low. Sometimes being overweight can actually be a sign of health. Taller people at the same BMI as shorter people tend to have less body fat. Usually they have less body fat in proportion to the rest of their body weight. and mouse, their metabolism may be slow collectively, but relative to their body weight, it's really fast compared to humans. Even before political correctness has gone mad, people still deem the N-word offensive. People have always deemed it offensive. Even before the days of political correctness gone mad. People still got offended by the N-word back in the 50s. Even if you go into the 19th century, people still got offended by the N-word. A lot of it has to do with slavery, and why it's so offensive. People still deemed the N-word offensive, even before the time of political correctness. Some people love meat so much they'd rather eat it raw. I see it as kind of disgusting. I personally see it as kind of disgusting. I personally see it as kind of disgusting. What's even worse, some of the diehard meat lovers love meat even more, that they'd rather eat rotten meat. That is moldy, slimy, and gross. Like 10 months old wheel heart. And 5 months old wheel liver. One example of a diehard meat lover is Swaraj. Yes, with a 3. He doesn't just believe that humans are obligate carnivores, he also believes the Earth is flat. The Earth is round. Swaraj, if you think the Earth is flat, you need to go back to school. You need to go back to school, Swaraj. Because to prove the Earth is not flat, imagine being at sea level. Something goes 3 miles away, it'll appear to shrink lower and lower, to sink lower and lower. That is due to the curvature of the Earth. He thinks that vegan bodybuilders take steroids, he thinks that the only way to be a vegan bodybuilder is to take steroids. It is possible to get super muscular-like bodybuilders naturally as a vegan. There are vegan bodybuilders out there. And Swaraj also believes that like with Swaraj 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Swaraj wants to include human flesh in his diet. He also believes that sun gazing is good for you. That Swaraj is really stupid. I'd rather have a vegan bodybuilder for president than an anti-vegan activist in the name of Swaraj. He claims that the best way to get high is to eat months-old rotten meat. Swaraj, that can make you really sick. You've been hospitalized for mental and physical health reasons. You need to stop letting meat sit out in a jar for months. You need to stop doing that. Because not only you are putting your health at risk, but not only it's disgusting, but you are putting your health at risk. Having low cholesterol, or LDL, in your blood is actually good for you. Believe it or not, lowering your bad cholesterol is actually good for you. He believes that racism is natural too, as well as slavery. of Svarage's favorite things to do is eat months-old rotten meat that is slimy, moldy, and gross. Even more so than people popping pimples on the internet. Videos like that in which people pop pimples, I like those type of videos. But people eating months-old rotten meat that is all slimy and gross, ugh. I wouldn't even think of that. That is just disgusting. Swaraj, you need to go back to school. Because let me tell you, slavery is not human nature. Racism is not human nature. Sometimes, I have to admit that I like to blast Swaraj on you in my gaming videos sometimes. Because he is basically everything I hate. Swaraj is basically everything I hate. Swaraj is basically everything I hate. Swaraj would rather eat months-old rotten meat than anything, which is kind of disgusting. It kind of grosses me out. He eats months-old rotten meat. He believes that hospitals are satanic torture prisons, so-called satanic torture prisons. He believes that science is more religious than Christianity because they, quote, they believe the earth is round. The earth is actually round. Swaraj believes the earth is flat. He's probably an anti-vaxxer. He is probably an anti-vaxxer. If I go into a fight with you, I'd beat the shit out of you. But you won't fight me, because, you know, I'm stronger than you. You can call me weak and malnourished all you want, Swaraj. But if I was to go in a fight with you, I'd beat the hell out of you. Because for one, you like to terrorize vegans at festivals. By eating bloody hunks of raw meat. Which is really disgusting. grosses me out. Anyways, this should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked this video, dislike if you disliked it, subscribe for more. Don't forget to share this with your friends on social media, and as always, thank you for watching, stay tuned for more, and peace out.